be great. You are live on Lunch Break Live, Badass Vegan. What are you making?
So right now I'm chopping up the onions for a badass beautiful mess.
What's that?
Oh man! So the badass beautiful mess is a bed of quinoa, guacamole, grilled onions, and then sweet plantains to knock it off and give it a little kick.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So you've got these onions that you're mincing. We've got the guacamole here. We've got the fabulous organic quinoa, and if you don't mind, I'm going to show that cooking right now in the pot over here. And so you're going to bring it all together soon.
Bring it all together.
Now, what I find fascinating is what you have going on in the oven. John Lewis, Badass Vegan, tell me about that and show me. Could you show me?
So right now what we got in the oven, we have our sweet plantains. Look at that.
Whoa!
Yeah, so you don't always have to fry them. A lot of people think you always have to fry your plantains. You don't have to fry them. You can actually bake them, and they'll be just as sweet.
And you kept them in the skin. You did not...
You keep them in the skin. That way it's actually easier to peel at the end as well.
Uh-huh. So what are we doing here?
So right now, I like to dice my grilled onions. That way you don't have like that long string of onion hanging out your mouth. Like nobody likes that. Nobody likes that.
All right. So we got a lot of onions there, dude.
Man, we got to make sure. You know, we might not use them all right now.
I hope you don't have a date tonight.
Not tonight.
Oh, dear.
There we go.
Now, we like to welcome people wherever they are in the journey, and sometimes we have teasers. So Jim Buckley says it will taste better with bacon. Now, I want to give him a little flex for those who think
you know, the thing is, you don't have to have bacon. I mean, like, I've been vegan for 11 years now. So that's not the case. You don't eat bacon. You don't eat any animal products at all. That's the case. So, I mean, you know, you can have your bacon. We'll stay over here with our vegan stuff. And feel free to join us whenever you're ready.
Thank you. That's wonderful. We love you, Jim, and we welcome you. Okay, so what's next?
So we already did the jalapenos. What I did was I cut them, but then I split them in half as well. Mm-hmm. So that way they can kind of mince up. Now, usually we don't do this, but because we are on TV, we went ahead and got the guacamole already packaged. But in most cases, we get avocados, we blend them up, also use like garlic, fresh minced garlic, as well as the jalapenos, and I put them all in there together.
Let's
do it. And mix it up.
Okay. So, we're going to take this. We've got the guac, and where does it get combined?
Well, usually in the blender.
Well, so you can do it.
So I'll take the guacamole, put it in the blender.
Uh-huh.
And then that way you don't have to worry about the whole thing of being, you know, just chunks of jalapeno. Mm-hmm. The jalapenos actually mixed in there.
Oh.
So it gives it a little spice. If you don't like spice, you might want to take it down a notch on the jalapenos. Mm-hmm. We've already discussed this, and we've already made sure we like spice.
Yes.
So
we're spiceaholics.
We're spiceaholics over here, so it's going down.
All right.
So if you, like I said, if you are not a spice person, this is not it for you. But I'm just going to put a half, just in case.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
All right.
And like I said, usually this will be two Haas avocados, mix them up, cut them up, put them in the blender with some jalapeno as well as garlic, some season of choice, but I usually just use sea salt. And that works out real well for me. Make sure this is on low. People, always make sure your blender's on low.
Okay.
When you turn it on.
Okay, well, we'll turn it on right here. Boom.
See, it's not my usual one. So, and that way, it whips it up. It gets everything in there.
Yeah, there we go.
You don't need water. Do not put water in your guacamole.
Okay. People. And what we are making is a badass, beautiful mess with Badass Vegan. It has quinoa, which is cooking on the stove. It has onions. It has peppers. And it has guacamole.
A little bit of guac.
Yeah, so we're going to move over.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And we're going to move over to the quinoa. And so that's going pretty well, right? That's
we're going to turn the heat up just a little bit on this.
Okay, yeah. All right, there we go. It's up to 3. There we go.
Let's go ahead and go medium.
Okay, we're going to go medium. Okay, there we are. And just because you can never see this enough, There are the plantains.
Now don't let the blackness fool you. That's funny. Don't let the blackness fool you. The good thing is that on the inside there is baking, and you can tell by the blackness on the outside, so it's good for you.
Well, that's wonderful because a lot of times, you know, I want plantains, plátanos if they're sweet, or plantains if they're green, and I'm thinking, boy, I'm going to fry them up and they're going to be fattening. So these are less fattening.
Way less fattening. Just the carbs more than anything that don't have fat.
All right.
And so I'm also thinking too, for those that don't like to grill the onions, sometimes you can just use the onions. I'm a person, I can just use the regular onions. But if you want to grill them, you can do them. Just put them in. I put them on top of the dish, just like that.
Got it.
I like a kick. I like a kick with everything I eat. I like seasoning. I like food that's a party in your mouth. I don't want, nobody wants just like a library in your mouth. You want a party in your mouth. You want a party. You want a party the whole time.
Okay, so what's next?
So right now we're kind of just waiting on this to finish up. I'm gonna take a sip of this amazing homemade lemonade that she made for me. She did.
Oh yes,
which was just lemon juice, agave, and water.
Yeah.
Not that hard. You can do it at home.
All right. And so we're waiting for the quinoa to cook.
We're waiting for the quinoa. The quinoa right now is the biggest thing.
Okay, so that's probably about 5 minutes away, right? Yeah.
I would say 5.
Yeah. Okay. So meanwhile, I would like to show everybody what. Oh dear, I got to put the code in. But what you're doing is pretty amazing. Which is Vegan Smart. That is your company. You are the face of Vegan Smart, which is great tasting, plant-based nutritional shakes delivered on a monthly basis. So that is absolutely fantastic. You're helping people get healthy. And I know that you are appearing at the People of Color event this weekend, which is an animal rights event. Will you tell me all about that? Yes, so tomorrow at the campus of UCLA, I will be speaking with a bunch of amazing other speakers. I'm going to be on a panel with Will Tucker and as well as Vanessa. We're going to be talking about basically staying in shape and being vegan. And there's going to be a lot of other panels too. My panel is at 10 a.m. And it's been great. This is like been my life for the last 3 or 4 years. I've just been traveling the world and speaking. I go to London again on I speak in London on the 25th for the Vevolution. I'll be there for that. I'm speaking again at Circle V. I'll be there for that. And that's November 18th here in LA. And that's what I've been doing, just traveling the world and promoting just a healthy lifestyle and promoting that compassion is not weakness. So you can actually be compassionate, care about the world, care about all the living things on the world, not just animals, people too. You know, a lot of people think that, just because we're vegan, we only care about animals. That's not the case. We care about everybody. Well, sure. We care about stopping climate change. Exactly. It's one of the biggest... It's the biggest cause of climate change, more than all transportation combined. Exactly. So we care about all the people who are suffering from hurricanes and who are suffering from rising waters and who are suffering from drought. Of course, if you eat a plant-based diet, it saves 600 gallons of water a day. Easily. And so, yes, we care about you can take all the showers you want. And people. Yes. You can take all the showers you want when you go vegan. Just go shower up. Just clean up. Just clean up. But yeah, it's just interesting that, a lot of people think it's all conspiracy theory, but in reality, it's just facts. I mean, sometimes you gotta take the emotion out of it, because I think a lot of times we've been taught a certain way how to do something that we don't really want to hear anything new. But sometimes that new information is actually what can save us. And I think right now we need to listen to that new information. Robert Thomas wants to make the event at UCLA. Tell us, where exactly are you speaking tomorrow? I'm sorry, I don't know the name of the hall, but it is on my Instagram, which is BadAss Vegan. I did post it, and it is on there, and it's also on Vegan Advocacy Initiative. Okay, so BadAss Vegan Instagram, and we can also we'll post it here as soon as we're done. Yeah, and indeed we can even comment. But it's 10 o'clock UCLA. 10 o'clock. You're going to get the details. Yep. And this man is an amazing speaker. You should be there. It's going to be a great day. Robert Thomas says thank you. So once again, we are making quinoa with onions and peppers and guacamole and plantains. How is the quinoa doing? Let's take a look here.
It's coming.
There.
It's
getting there. Okay, we're a couple
little
seconds
dry
away.
spots.
Okay, and now tell me about this.
So sweet plantains. What we did was we baked them instead of cooked them, and we're baking them a little faster today because we want to make sure that we have time for the segment.
Wow.
But you slow cook them. You let them just bake and just all that sweetness because when the heat hits, the sweetness comes out of it.
Yeah.
So like it doesn't have to be fried, like we said, and that helps out as well. And also for the people that were looking at the website, just to go along with that, we are also available in Whole Foods, CVS, Walgreens, Vitamin Shop. So you can find Vegan Smart everywhere you pretty much find everything. We're working with GNC right now, trying to get it in there, and Costco. So it should be coming.
Okay.
Yeah, and we are in Sam's as well.
You are changing the world, my friend.
Trying as hard.
Because you are bringing that to where America shops.
Yeah.
And you're showing people that this is what they want. The world is changing, and we are ready for disruption. Now, can we do anything else here while we're waiting, or we're on standby?
I think we're a little bit on standby.
Yeah, okay.
But it's looking pretty good here.
Okay, so how do you know when quinoa's done?
Quinoa gets a little fluffy. You see like the little dry ones in there?
Yeah.
When it's still dry, you don't want to eat those. But I mean, you can, but it's just not as digestible.
Yes.
So what you want to do is just make sure you get...
Do we need more water in there?
No, actually, the water is actually leaving. We're good.
Okay.
We're good. I actually put a little bit more in there while the camera wasn't looking.
Now, do you add anything to your quinoa, or is it just quinoa?
I just do quinoa. Some people add a little bit of sea salt.
Okay. All right.
Me myself, I try to go as basic as possible because I like so much taste as it is. I know I'll go overboard. So I try to stay within my realm and not go overboard. I have one of those tongues is like I said, I'm all about bold taste. When I go to restaurants, I'm like, what tastes and what has the most flavor? That's what I want to know.
This is one of the most amazing athletes right now. We've seen him flex, ask questions. This is your opportunity to find out how you can get ripped while practicing a vegan diet. So this is your chance, and I think you should ask away.
Ask away.
Yeah.
Ask away.
Well,
I've been in. Oh man, I crazy to say it now. I'm 40 years old, so I've been working out.
You look like a teenager.
I know it's crazy, but I am 40. And I've been doing this lifestyle for a long, long time.
So for those who just joined, they want another flex.
Another flex. I mean, there's really nothing there right now.
Oh yeah.
It's just
But what about this whole thing about protein? So you do a shake.
I do a shake.
There's so much misconception about protein.
Well, I tell people, for instance, I'm probably the only owner of a protein shake company that will tell you this. You don't need protein shakes. My protein shakes are a convenience, and I like the taste of them. I travel a lot. As I've discussed before, I logged over 100,000 miles last year alone. I haven't even seen my mileage for this year.
What?
So I'm always on the go. So for me, it's a good thing to just have more alternatives, more things to have.
I'm listening to you and getting my fabulous.
She's getting her lemonade.
I'm getting my lemonade here. This is my lemonade, and this is a great drink.
Already smashed mine, as you can see. But yeah, no. So the thing is, the protein levels that people think we need, we don't need that. I probably, if I get 100 grams a day, it's shocking. I really don't concentrate on it. My good friend Dom Thompson, he's bigger than me as far as like size wise, and sometimes he doesn't even get 50 grams a day. Torrey Washington, another one of my best friends, he doesn't.
He's a vegan bodybuilder.
Yeah, and he's probably at like 100 too. Nobody's really bringing in these protein levels that people think they need. And even back, the thing is, a lot of people get this from the whole Arnold Schwarzenegger days.
Yeah.
And look what he's doing now.
He's going vegan.
Exactly. So he understands that all that was mistreating his body at the same time.
Yeah.
As well as mistreating the earth. So you just got to look at it. Look at what's going on. I said look at numbers, don't look at like feelings. Cuz our feelings will get us caught up in a lot of things. And the name of my speech actually that I've been doing, I call it Vegans Aren't Filling Up the Hospitals.
Oh, I love
because
that.
If you really think about it, you can go to any hospital in the world. You can literally go to Dubai, one of the richest countries. You can go to Haiti, wherever, and you can check all the floors in the hospital.
I've got breaking news.
Okay.
Teresa Noguez says, okay, I understand it's great for you, but why did a high-profile cardiologist tell my family member they need to eat more red meat, chicken, and fish?
Because he literally has no clue what's going on. That's like, a cardiologist to say that, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
because
you go get a second opinion, and I'm not even trying to be funny. You literally go get a second opinion.
I can answer a little bit of that, and that is that. First of all, doctors get very little training in nutrition, and they look down on nutrition because their whole thing is
that's true.
Once people get sick, their plan is to cure them or maintain them or treat them. They don't prevent. They're not into prevention.
Yeah.
The second thing is
we're not proactive. We're not proactive. We're reactive.
And the other thing is that heart disease is the leading killer in America. Kills 1 out of every 4 people.
Exactly.
It's arteries to the heart being clogged with cholesterol. Cholesterol is from animal products. Animals produce cholesterol. Vegetables do not produce cholesterol.
Exactly. Seriously, go get a second opinion. Like I promise you that the other cardiologists that you talk to most likely won't be vegan, but they will honestly say, I don't know what he was talking about.
Yeah.
Like honestly, that's not even a vegan thing. That's just like really go get a second opinion about that.
All right, let's check our quinoa.
I'm smelling it now.
Yeah. Woo! Well, that was a good talk though. So it was good that we got that covered because people are very now.
I'm gonna turn this off.
Diane Kane. I hope I pronounced that right. Says, "What is the minimum daily protein intake necessary?" And again, Diane, I think one of the things is that we've been sold a bill of goods. I understand it. First of all, I know for a fact that our culture eats more protein than any other culture in the history of humankind, and we're not healthier.
And we're not healthy.
Okay.
Right.
And the second thing is there are plenty of plant sources of protein like soy, lentils, spinach.
And before somebody says anything about soy, not all soy is GMO. Granted, a lot of the soy that is used today is used GMO to feed the animals. Can I curse on here? Can I curse?
Well, you know what? We're doing so well.
The bull crap that people shouldn't be eating. But we have to remember that soy has been around since BC. Literally been around since BC. Not all soy is GMO. There is organic, and also if you do sprouted, it's very, very healthy for you. So think about that. Don't listen to that soy is killing people. Yeah. Asian people have been eating soy for years, and it's some of the healthiest people on the planet.
And listen, Brenda Murray says, and by the way, people go, I've had people say, ooh, I have to eat meat because I can't eat soy. 94% of all soy is fed to farm animals, like cows. So when you're eating cows, you're eating more soy than when you're eating soy.
Oh, yeah.
Brenda
See
Murray,
how that goes through there?
Oh, look at that.
That means it's ready.
Woo!
It's like a cake. If it goes through, you're good.
Brenda Murray has heart disease and type 2 diabetes, and she is trying to go vegan. Look at this, Brenda. You can eat everything.
And there's no soy in this. There's no soy in this.
Well, I eat soy all the time. Soy is
I
good
do.
for you,
I'm just saying for people that think you got it.
Brenda, switch to quinoa. Switch to plantains. Switch to spinach.
For instance, there's 5 grams of protein in 1/4 cup of just quinoa alone.
Yeah, quinoa is
and the thing is, all plants, all vegetables and fruits have some sort of protein in it. It might be a very small amount and it may be a very high amount. It just depends. And you have to remember that amino acids are the building blocks of protein. So if you're getting the amino acids, you're getting the building blocks of the actual protein. Fruit has a lot of amino acids. You got vegetables with a lot of amino acids. That's where it is. Protein, like you said, is not the end-all, be-all. Should you get some? Yes. Do you have to have 100, 200, 300 grams? Of course not.
No.
That's not the case.
And by the way, kale has more protein calorie per calorie than steak.
Yes.
All right, let's put this together, dude. I am very, very excited to try this.
This spoon here.
Woo!
How's it feel?
So what, are we making a plate?
We're going to make a plate.
Ooh,
we're going to plate this up.
Plate it up.
Bring it up.
This is
put this in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make it like a nice little bed because we're going to you almost make like a little bowl. So you can put everything in there.
And Brenda, you can go to JaneUnchained.com to get recipes. We do a vegan cooking segment every day of the week, except Saturdays. We take one day off so we can go out and eat. And then we put the recipes up there. So you can go to JaneUnchained.com and get tons of recipes.
The reason why I put the guacamole first is because I want the quinoa to soak it up.
Look at that.
And I don't act shy with my guac.
Save some because we're going to do a nice pretty photo.
Okay.
I want to have one with a nice pretty photo.
And then fork.
Right in there in the drawer. Okay, right there. Yeah, right there. Okay. Look at this.
So we do
I'm
is
very excited.
Just take this, because it's pretty hot. Usually kind of wait,
Yeah.
but I want people to see.
Oh, this is good.
And see how easy that was to cut? Look at that.
Oh
Sweet
my
plantain.
gosh, look at that. Oh my gosh.
Sweet plantain.
You taught me something. I'm Puerto Rican and Irish, and I've eaten plantains all my life, but I've never had baked. I've always fried them. I've always cut them up and fried them.
Well, that's because that's what we've been taught. Another thing. That's what we've been taught.
Yeah.
We're taught you have to fry everything, and if you don't put oil on it, it's not going to be as good.
Oh,
that's not the case at all.
Just look at that. Oh, we're taking little pieces out. I love it.
So you can get a little bite in every forkful.
Yeah, Brenda, this is not a sacrifice. It's an adventure.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's fun.
And here's the thing. You know, people say, oh, well, what do you eat? There are thousands, tens of thousands of vegetables. There's only about 5 animals that we eat. So instead of eating the 5 animals over and over again, you could eat tons of different vegetables. We have never repeated a recipe in a year and a half of doing this.
And you know, another thing that when people think about it this way. Humans are smart. Very smart. If you think about it, we always want to use the lion and the tiger. When we use all our memes, we post like strong as a lion eats meat. But we don't farm lions because we're not idiots. Because we knew if we would have farmed lions, we'd be dead right now.
Yeah.
So we picked the most docile creatures on the earth: the pig, the chicken, the cow, the animals that if you walk up to them, you walk up to any farm, most of them they bow their head to you.
Yes.
They're very, very friendly, very nice. Those aren't the animals that we're trying to be like if we talk about it, because we knew if you tried to go milk a tiger, you probably weren't going to last. So think about that. We want to use those animals as our...
We're exploiting the weak.
We want to use those as our barometer of strength, but we're not eating those for strength.
Yeah.
So think about that.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, they're now feeding fish. Billions of tons of fish to cows. Cows aren't meant to eat fish, and you're eating it. They're messing with nature, and it's gross. Okay.
So, how much time we got? You want to grill them or you want to just go?
All the time in the world, but if you want to put them in raw, I'm happy to eat raw.
You happy to eat raw?
Yeah,
all right.
I love raw.
Now know that you can grill these. We're just gonna sprinkle just a couple on top.
Ooh, I love it. Oh, I love it.
And that is a badass, beautiful mess.
Yeah, wow, that is gorgeous. By the way, the person who said the cardiologist said eat meat, watch What the Health, and you'll find out it's all about the money. It's all about the money. Yeah. They need people to be sick so they can sell them drugs and they can do stent operations. Exactly. Otherwise, they're going to be out of business if nobody gets sick.
Exactly, and also, it's okay to ask your doctor why. Like, why would you recommend that? Like, if your doctor gets mad if you ask him why, you know you're in the wrong place.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not saying it's a bad doctor. I just think he just kind of messed up there. If you ask him, if you ask him why, and he's like, well, this is the reason why. I think this is what's going to happen. And, like, tell him that, isn't the meat and dairy what's causing these problems? Or whatever problems it is, then why would you recommend more? Just think about that.
They've been serving bacon and eggs in hospitals, and now the World Health Organization...
In Miami, where I live, they have a McDonald's in the hospital. Like, just think about that. It's in the hospital.
All right, now, this is it? It's done?
That's it. It's very basic,
God, it's
very
gorgeous.
easy. Very beautiful. Good to go.
All right, dude, I'm going to ask you to hold it down. I'm going to do the taste test. If you go back up a little bit.
Boom.
And I am very excited about doing this taste test.
Yeah.
It's called A Beautiful Mess, but it's actually not a mess at all. Yeah. It's gorgeous. I'm very excited.
Getting in
we have a
fork.
little bit of
a little bit of everything there. Look at that. See? Bam.
Woo!
Badass, beautiful mess.
This is gorgeous.
Yeah.
This is so... First of all, I'm feeling stronger. I'm feeling like I'm going to go run a marathon or a triathlon.
And for those that are thinking, like, a lot of people think that it has to be expensive to be vegan. This recipe I created in my home when I was literally like behind on rent 2 months. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. I just needed something to eat. So it doesn't cost a lot to be vegan. That's a big myth.
This is delicious.
Now, I will say this. If you're going out to eat at a restaurant every day, It's
Yeah,
not like going
depends
to
on which
McDonald's.
restaurant.
It's a difference. That's the thing. I
Yeah,
think
but
people,
you know what? You pay more when you get heart disease. You
Exactly.
pay more.
That's true.
Like, I'd rather pay a little bit more for organic vegetables than get sick.
Yeah. And this is not a green screen. She's really eating my cooking. So, like, this is...
Oh, man. I love this. This is... And you know what? Your quinoa is perfectly cooked.
Thank
It's
you.
like, badass vegan, you are badass vegan.
You know, Mom taught me how to cook, you know. Hey, you got to remember, I was 315 at one point. You got to know how to cook if you're going to be 315.
How much are you now?
About 227.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. I was a big kid.
All right, listen. I am so blown away
That's
by
awesome.
this dish.
Wait. Here you go. There you go.
Thank you. Thank you,
down.
John Lewis. And the last thing I want to talk to you about, because I want to get you on camera
Okay.
again to talk about the film you're making, which is blowing my mind. It's so genius. Let me grab the camera and ask you about the film that you're making with the amazing
Keegan
tell me about
Coon.
it. Yeah.
For the people that have seen What the Health or maybe Cowspiracy,
And watch both of those.
watch both of them.
immediately.
Very good, very good. They're both available on Netflix. I have teamed up with Keegan Coon, and the next project that he's doing is basically my life story. I grew up in Ferguson, Missouri, where Mike Brown was killed. A lot of people know about that story, and how food was not like good food. I've never had really fresh fruit and vegetables until I moved to Miami. Everything I had butter in it or something like that. So we're going to talk about food injustice, food deserts. Like, think about it. You'll never see a McDonald's in Beverly Hills. Think about that. You'll never see that. Or a liquor store. Because they pick these demographics to pick on. That's what they do. They know that people don't do research. They know that people don't care about how they spend their money. They just go with what's easy and convenient. And what we're going to do is take the blindfold off and let people see what's really going on behind the scenes. And the biggest thing is that we're doing it through the lens of hip-hop. Hip-hop has always been a big savior in my life. When I was going through my tough times, when I was 315 pounds as a freshman in high school.
Look at you now, baby.
Yeah, things changed up. But that was one of my biggest things. I listened to hip-hop my whole life. So we're looking through the lens of hip-hop. So I'm actually excited to be interviewing all the hip-hop and R&B artists that are vegan within the community. We got Russell Simmons to be our executive producer, which I'm very happy about that. That's going to be amazing. Talked to like artists like Maya, Jermaine Dupri. I still haven't talked to Waka Flocka, but I'll talk to him when we have the event together. Let's see here. KRS-One, waiting to hear back from him. Styles P from The Lox, as well as Jadakiss. Stick from Dead Prayers. Can't forget my boy Stick from Dead Prayers. And the list goes on.
These guys to go vegan.
They're already vegan. That's the amazing thing.
Oh my God.
So we're interviewing hip hop and R&B artists that are already vegan, and they're going to describe why they went vegan, because it's been known to be like a white elitist thing. So we're trying to show that that's not the case. It's about a health thing. And
you know, you are so right. And what frustrates me sometimes is that people defend the very practices that are killing them because they've been brainwashed to believe that it's their culture, and it's not their culture.
It's not.
It's meat eating is virtually nobody's culture.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look, for example, at Ethiopian marathon runners on a vegan diet, here in LA we have a little Ethiopia that is entirely vegan.
Yeah.
So you actually see that plant-based is the
optimal. It's
optimal, and it's also what people are eating in their native lands. I don't care whether you talk about Asian diet is primarily plant-based. The Latino diet in Latin America,
before
rice, beans,
the industrialization,
plátanos,
right?
Maize, yuca, plant-based. Mediterranean diet, mostly plant-based. The Middle Eastern diet, mostly plant-based.
Yeah. Humans were designed to eat meat, and that's not the case. The thing is, we've been able to digest meat, so we think that it's for us. But you can digest plastic if you put it in your system. But if you keep eating that plastic, think about it that way. If you keep eating plants, what do you think is going to happen to you? Like, really, what do you think is going to happen to you? Nothing. But if you keep eating this meat and dairy, even the people that are so pro meat and dairy, they know if all they ate was meat and dairy, you never had a fruit or vegetable, what do you think will happen to your system? Like, if you believe in it so much, just do that. Don't do anything that's vegan.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you will not feel your best at all.
We are actually living in an upside down world where eating the breast milk, consuming the breast milk that another species, namely a cow, created for a baby calf, is something that we think is natural for us.
An animal that can get up to 2,000 pounds, and
Yeah.
we think that that's supposed to be for us. And now, granted, and you got to think about this, it takes a calf to be a cow less than a year. It takes a human body 18 years to even get close to its adult size. But we're taking the concentrated version of milk, throwing it into the human system, and then we're wondering why we're having problems. Just think about that. Like, just don't take emotion out. Again, think logically. Just don't. I tell people all the time, I'm not a scientist, I'm a realist. I look at numbers, I look at facts. I don't care about, trying to like prove to you your religion, all that stuff. Take all that out. Take feelings out. Just look at facts. And you'll see it's just not there.
Well, you are an inspiration. I can't wait to watch your film. Your whole thing is blowing me away. It's amazing. Badass Vegan, John Lewis, he's changing the world.
I'm trying.
Woo! And you can see him in person tomorrow, Saturday at UCLA. We'll post the link to the tickets.
Yes.
Bye.
See you later.